Look, not like you're counting or not, but it's 12 days to the election. I'm honored to be on this ticket with Kamala Harris. Our team is running like everything's on the line, mainly because everything's on the line. Yeah, we feel it, you feel it. Now, you've heard this, I know, some version of this from the folks you know, friends, family, brothers. Look, we made it through one Trump presidency. How bad could it be? We could get through another. That complacency is dangerous. And the people who know Trump best, who sat beside him in the Oval Office, who were in the Situation Room, are now finding the courage to come out of the woodwork and sound the alarm. As I said, Vice President Harris called it a 911 to the American people, because these insiders know the Donald Trump of 2016 is not the Donald Trump of 2024. This is a guy who called for the termination of the United States Constitution. These are his words. These are his words. This is a guy who said he would send the United States military after people who don't support him. Donald Trump talks about the enemy from within. Now, look, I know I'm at the top of his list, but don't kid yourself, you're on the list too. Anybody who believes the Constitution is more important than Donald Trump's on that list. Now, Mark Milley, Trump's chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a career military officer, has a direct quote that said Donald Trump is the most dangerous person ever that we faced in this nation. General James Madison, another four-star Marine general, Trump's own Secretary of Defense, agreed wholeheartedly with that. Earlier this week, his chief of staff, four-star General John Kelly, came out and said on the record that Trump is a textbook fascist and he would rule like a dictator. Now, according to General Kelly, who I believe, he said Trump said he needs the kind of generals that Adolf Hitler had. You know, the kind who will do anything. Now, I have to just tell you this. As a 24-year veteran of our armed forces myself, and just as an American, that makes me sick as hell to hear him say that. Now, look, you don't have to take John Kelly's words. You don't have to take Mattis's words or Mark Milley's word for it. Our National Security Advisor John Bolton's word for it, our National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster's word for it, or Defense Secretary Mark Esper's word for it, or even Vice President Mike Pence's word for it. We can just take Trump's own words. When he says he wants to be a dictator on day one of his presidency, he's not just saying it, he's promising it. I've been saying it, and I think you feel it. You've seen it over the last few weeks. Hell, we've seen it over the last 9 years, but certainly the last few weeks. This is a straight-up descent into madness in front of us, and he's repeatedly talking about it. He's talking about shutting down media outlets that he doesn't like, seizing total control of the Department of Justice, installing his loyalists to run the military. He wants to weaponize our democratic institutions against you, the American people. Sure the hell against me. But it's against anyone who disagrees with him. That's what he's trying to do. Folks, this time there's no guardrails around him. They're totally gone. It's Trump's Supreme Court. They've effectively given him total immunity. He can do whatever he wants. If he's elected again, he'd have the chance to appoint 3 more justices. They will make decisions not just for the next 4 years, but for the next 40 years over your children's and grandchildren's lives. And Lord knows there's not one damn Republican in Congress that's got a damn spine to stand up to him, and they won't.